Hey guys, it's Ruben, and I'm here with Brian. And today we're going to talk about how to use video and how to really leverage video marketing, both on a personal basis and also on a campaign automated basis to grow a marketing agency, a social media and a marketing agency. So, Brian, could you tell me some of your goals and what you're trying to accomplish?
Yeah. So Darius, really what we're trying to do, as far as on the prospecting stage, we're really trying to get a warm touch in. It's because we do a lot of, I know it's a a cold touch as far as like someone that I don't know on LinkedIn or whether it be email or through the Facebook page. So we're really trying to just dial in more of a warm touch. And so of course video, we know that they can just get that more, the more of like a trusting energy, and depending on how that video is. So that's really what we're looking to do with our prospecting. And so I'm in the agency space, so a lot of these businesses, they get prospected a lot. So we're really just trying to stand out as far as our competition.
Great. So we'll get into competitive edge. That's really important. So here's kind of like my quick take on how to use video for growing an agency. Okay. So a lot of people don't know this, but Dubb actually has a side of the business, which is an agency business. It's a managed services business, and it's for a specific type of clientele. And we've learned a lot in that process. So here's a couple of really kind of quick pointers. Number one is that I think it's really important to stay and to understand what top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel means. So top of funnel is where you're prospecting. You don't necessarily have enough folks or leads in your pipeline, and you're looking to get new people, to get more referrals, to meet people, to do outbound activities, to find people, to network, to go to conferences, and to bring people into your mix. The second piece is the people that are already in your funnel that you're trying to educate, that you're trying to provide value to, you're trying to provide social proof to, so that ultimately they trust you to the point where you can get to bottom of funnel, which is where they're contemplating using you. So that's the decision process, the decision-making process, to be specific. So one of the things that we always recommend is that low-hanging fruit is one of the best means to get folks into your pipeline. It is going to be where you get the best folks, because if you get referrals and if you get people within your sphere of influence, that those people have, I would say, a 10 to 20 times higher chance of converting into being a client than if you're finding someone out in the wild. It's great that you're in a niche space. So you mentioned that you're in the wedding boutique space. That's amazing. What specifically, though, I think is really important is to tap into that network, that ecosystem within that niche, and to start to build a reputation for yourself. So what we recommend doing is creating original content around your specific vertical, and then getting that out on the social channels like YouTube, like LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, creating those tutorial videos, those how-to videos, walk and talk videos, really that personality-driven education, sort of infotainment-driven information that people can then consume to A, learn something, but then B, connect with you on a brand basis. So that's the first thing that we recommend. The second thing that we recommend is having personalized videos go out to all the people within your sphere. Now, I know that you mentioned automation, and I'd love to take you through a couple of things specific around automation using Dubb. So what we always recommend is that anytime that someone is a prospect, whether they're a warm lead or a referral or someone that you met at a conference, we always recommend to actually record a video and to send that to them so that they get to know you and connect with you in the digital space. What that does is that it creates a parasocial relationship between you and them. Maybe they saw you in the physical world. Now they need to connect with you, know, like, and trust you within the digital world. Okay, once they connect you within the digital world, you've effectively cloned yourself in a really, really positive, non-creepy way. You've cloned yourself. Now you have a version of yourself in the form of a video, and that person can then consume that. They can share it. They can understand it, and then they can, of course, build that connection to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you an example of a couple of videos that I've created when I've met folks out there in the wild. This one is a conference video, and these types of videos convert. So let's get into it.
Awesome.
Yeah. Do you have any questions while I'm setting that up?
Yeah. So a big thing about, I mean, I know the creating content super important. I know one thing that like our message, we're really trying to see if, if they can handle like more appointments. We're trying to lead with like the end in mind, of what they want. They want more, they want more, they want to sell more brides, so we ask them, see if they have more space and things like that, which, sometimes it could go like the wrong way or the good way, depending on who that is.
Got it. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So I think what you're referring to is really being value oriented. It's speaking to them in terms of what their goals are and really being empathetic and being a good listener, I think. So I think that's
Yeah.
really important. So this video here is a video that I shot after I met with the CEO of an agency. So I met them at a conference, and it was a nice moment. I picked up the Dubb mobile app. I recorded this video. And then, of course, that instantly uploaded onto the Dubb platform. And then that now gives me the ability to share this video. So to share this video, all that I do is click on the blue button and I can copy for email here. So all I have to do this, and then I go to my email, and then I can just quickly paste the body of that email directly into, in this case, Gmail. Now this works for Outlook. It works for any number of email platforms. So I simply go to the email. I made a little snafu there, so I apologize. Copy for email. And then what I do is I paste that. And then what that's going to do is that it's going to paste an animated GIF and then a highly trackable link that the end viewer can watch. Okay. The other thing that I can do is that I can send a direct email via Gmail. I can share this on social media. I can embed this on a website, or I can add a widget to a website. What you can also do from your mobile device is to SMS this. So let's get into SMS for just a couple of minutes here, because I think too few marketers use SMS as a channel. So the power of SMS is that it's frankly, I think, better than email. Okay, when you send someone an SMS message, it's right on their phone. It's right on their device. Okay, I check my SMS multiple times a day. Email, not as much. When you send a Dubb video through the Dubb mobile app or through the Dubb mobile website via SMS, what happens is that they get a URL within that SMS body. Okay, that SMS link, then if you're a connection with them, it auto plays the video on some phones and some devices. So on all iPhones, the video is going to auto play. On Android phones, it's hit or miss. It's not always for certain. But on an iPhone, it's gonna auto play that video. So when you SMS that URL for the video, it's nice because they can see a video for you. Now you might be asking, well, why don't I just text the video? Why don't I just send that over to them? And the simple answer to that is that you don't want to send people attachments of videos. It's not respectful. It's heavy. It can put a lot of load on their phone. It's not a good practice.
Yeah.
But more so is that you need to set up a funnel. One of the things that we always talk about here at Dubb is that video marketing is storytelling at its finest, and it all comes down to storytelling combined with funnels. Okay, so the funnel in this case is for someone to watch that video. Okay, SMS once again is a great channel because it's right on their phone. Once they view that landing page on their mobile device and their mobile browser, then they have a number of different options that they can pursue to connect further with you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you an example of a really nice Dubb video page that we created. And this Dubb page has a couple of things. It's got a calendar integration, it's got real-time chat, and it's got a call to actions. Let's take a look. You have any questions while I'm pulling that up?
No, that so you're saying that, yeah, so you send it through. So a good way. So what about this? You're not allowed to text people you don't know. So that's like an issue. But if you drop a voicemail drop, 'cause you just got me that idea. So if you drop a voicemail drop, they call you back, and then you can text them that video. I mean, that sounds like a really good strategy right there. Good touch point.
Yeah, I think that voicemail drops, I don't know a lot of the data in terms of results on that, but I think that if you're working on a one-to-one basis and if you receive someone's phone number, I mean, I get cold texts all the time. I mean, especially lately with the presidential candidates out there, I'm getting them a lot. Now, obviously, those are broadcast sent. I don't hate those. Sometimes I'll respond, sometimes I'll click on the link. It's a cause that is meaningful to me. It's interesting to me. So I might actually click on that link. Now, I wish personally that more people put video links within their SMS campaigns, whether it's one-to-one or even a broadcast, because then I could really connect with the person, or I could connect with the idea and have it be more visual in nature, as opposed to looking at a landing page. So, there's a couple of different use cases there, but I encourage you to try multiples.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and share a screen here. So this is an example of a really optimized landing page. This has a video that could have been created with the Dubb mobile app, or it could have been uploaded. It also has the Dubb playlist feature here, so you can have multiple videos, so that as people consume the videos, that they consume more. Calls to action, which are buttons. Calendar integrations, which this is money in the bank for anyone in the agency space, consulting space, speaking space, anyone that's looking to build relationships. You got to get people to connect to you in your calendar. Go to Acuity, go to Calendly, go to HubSpot, go to Outlook, go to Gmail. It all integrates with Dubb. Just get it done. It works really well. Even the free Calendly works. So highly encourage that. And then of course the Dubb proprietary chat. So this in this case is the ability for someone to just write you a quick message using the Dubb chat. Okay. Now I just want to take a brief pause here to see if you have any questions.
Yeah. So that landing page. So when you tell me that you send a text message out, you say it plays automatically without them pressing play?
On some devices, and if they are already in your contacts, yes, that is the rule. That is the Apple
and if
rule.
you press play, then it goes into the funnel?
Correct. If they press play, if they click on the link, then they'll be taken to a landing page, and then they can view your page.
And if you press play, it goes into the funnel?
Yeah, if they click play on their device, then if it's on an iPhone, they can watch the video directly on their phone within the SMS app. If they click on the link, then they go to a landing page, and then they watch the video directly on that landing page. So it's not going to be the same in every situation, but we've thought of that. We've thought of all the different scenarios, and we've made it work depending on what device, what channel they're in, so on and so forth. So everything is responsive. If it's Android, it works this way. If it's iPhone, it works that way. We've just come up with a lot of different rules to accommodate different mobile devices and different setups.
And what do you think about branding it, like, let's say Dubbs.com or your name? Because at the end of the day, people buy people. And if they see, like, let's say Dubbs, do you recommend going like like Lopez, Brian Lopez, the branding of like Brian Lopez, and then instead of like, let's say my program, which is like, let's say Bride Rush or Brides on Demand, do you recommend something going like towards more to a person or more to a, because we named our program, pretty much the end result that the boutiques want, Brides on Demand.
Yeah, here's my take on that. So I think that people are connecting to people, but they're also connecting to brands. So you have to really have both. And I'll show you how you can have both. The one thing I will say very quickly, though, is that Dubb allows full branding and full customization. So your logo, your domain name, you can have a subdomain, you can have a fully custom domain name, your background image, your colors, everything can be customized on Dubb. It's very important for branding. People ask us that don't really understand our technology or the use case. Well, why wouldn't I just use YouTube for this? We hear that a lot. Why don't I just use Vimeo for this? And the simple answer is because when you provide a video for someone, you want that to be branded. You want that to be customized. You want that to be kind of like they're walking into your store. If you were to be a professional brick and mortar business, you wouldn't meet someone at a Starbucks and say, hey, listen, you need to come to my hair salon so I can cut your hair. You're going to want to have them come to your hair salon to see your branding and your interior design and your look and feel. It's the same thing with a video landing page and a video funnel. So we recommend that you upload your logo, get your colors in there, get your branding. You do it one time and then you move on, and then when you do that, people will see that you're a professional. They will understand that Brian knows what he's doing. Brian knows how to communicate in a visual sense. He's a professional. He's not, someone from a local university or someone that's just kind of doing some side hustle or some sort of a freelance. He is a professional. And that's really important to convey because you will see higher conversions when you have that professionalism. I think that goes without saying. You mentioned LinkedIn. Let's get into LinkedIn if you're all right with that. Okay, so LinkedIn is a powerful channel. So I just got off the line actually with Quentin a great guy, and we were just talking about the power of sending Dubb URLs within LinkedIn. So this is an example of a URL that I had sent directly to Quentin on LinkedIn. Now this works on messaging, this works on Sales Navigator, this works on Recruiter, this even works on comments. When you send a URL, just a URL, it automatically creates this image here. And then what that does is then take the end user to this landing page. Now they're in they're in your funnel. Now they can engage with you, they can view your contact, they can click on your buttons. Calls to action, once again, are very important, highly customizable on Dubb. Forms, products, book a time in my calendar, click on a link, watch a video, watch testimonials, see social proof, read my reviews, provide that information. Let's get empathetic. Let's put our best foot forward and give people a choose your own adventure path. So these things are really going to help you to convert in your video marketing. Okay. The next thing that we recommend is when you're in Dubb, what we want you to do is we want you to customize the video page here. Okay. So what you do here is you customize the video page, and that's going to allow you to do things that stick on that page on a persistent basis. So your calls to action, these are default. You can just select a couple of calls to action, and every Dubb video that you create, which happens instantaneously when you upload a video, they will get created. So you know how you can create videos on Dubb. Well, there's the Dubb Chrome extension for screen videos. There's the Dubb desktop app for full screen videos. There's the Dubb mobile app for real-time clips, where you can build clips similar to Apple Clips or Instagram stories. There's the Dubb website, where you can record webcam videos or upload videos. There's the Dubb Gmail, LinkedIn, and CRM integrations, where you can record, once again, instant videos. So there's a lot of different channels on where you can create those videos. And it's really important to know that once you create a video, the video landing page is automatically generated. There's too many features to go into on these calls. I don't like to overwhelm people. What I recommend is that the way to get started is to figure out the 100 people right now in your sphere of influence, the 100 people that are convertible, the closable, and send them a personalized video. Send them a 15 to 30-second video of yourself. And then if you have a testimonial, or if you have a promo reel, or if you have even something that you shot real quick of, in this case, a beautiful wedding, a beautiful bride, a beautiful experience, a happy client, show them that clip, and then put a couple of calls to action in, put your calendar integration in, and go for the ask. Say, look, I'd love to get a couple of minutes in your schedule, and I'd love to take you through what I can provide and what I do. And if you're not ready now, then that's cool. Let's keep in touch. You'll get responses. You'll get thumbs up. You'll get emoji, happy faces. It works every time, almost. Mm-hmm. Don't forget to follow up. That's where the gold is. But that's what I recommend you to do. I also recommend you to go to LinkedIn and send those personalized messages in LinkedIn to the people that are important to you. Sales isn't just about clients. Sales is about getting press. It's about getting partners. It's about getting affiliates. It's about getting employees. It's about getting contractors. The list goes on. So you can use Dubb for any type of situation where you want to communicate in a visual, personal, human way. Texting, writing, crafting emails takes a long time. Click the Dubb icon and send a quick video. It's really quick. So what did you think? I know that you mentioned automation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me jump into automation. Yeah. Go ahead. You
think of, so what do you think about like that first they know you think?
Oh, I see. So like that initial kind of touch point, is that what you're referring to? Yeah. Let's talk about initial touch points for a second. That's really important.
First touch, do you recommend case study attached, even though it's the first touch? Like, for example, let's say I have the video and I have like a case. It's too early for that.
No, I got you. Intro? Yeah, I got you. So here's kind of my take on that. Let's get into first touch point.
Yeah, I'm just worried about like, hey, how they show me a case study if you just barely met me?
No, that makes sense to me. So let's get into this. Let's talk about first touch points, okay? Let's go back to top of funnel. Okay, top of funnel is getting someone to know you. Okay, it's not necessarily getting someone to like you or to trust you or to understand what you're selling. It's getting someone to know you. Okay, there's always something that someone can learn from you. They don't have to be, in this case, about to get married or about to be involved in a wedding. That's not a necessity here. There's always something that you can educate people on. Now, people get married only one or a couple of times in their life. So you have to be really cautious about the messaging that you put out there because it's extremely time sensitive. But that doesn't mean that the information that you convey has to be time sensitive. For example, what are weddings about? Weddings are about bringing people together. Weddings are about food. Weddings are about wine. They're about family. They're about family reunions. They're about dancing. They're about music. They're about DJs. They're about so many different things. People eat every day. People drink wine often. People listen to music frequently. Those are topics that you can mention where people actually get to know you. And they say, you know what, that was really interesting that Brian just mentioned that, this type of wine pairs with this type of cuisine really nicely. Or, this new track or this new music or this new venue or this new fashion or whatever the case may be. Provide that information to someone and, be fun with it, be jovial, tap into your inner child and know that, hey, listen, if I'm just kind of going off the cuff here and I'm sort of mentioning something that's interesting, like wine, that people are going to understand what my goal is, but they're going to feel empathy. They're going to feel compassion. And then they might send me a quick note that says, hey, listen, I really appreciate that. Thanks so much. I'll think of you when I'm ready to go and engage and I'll circle back. Now, of course, going back to the earlier social models, continue to put that content out. Put content on LinkedIn, put it on Twitter, get your content on there so that people can continue to keep you top of mind. And when you're top of mind is when people, when they are ready, when they are in the decision-making phase, that bottom of the funnel, that they're going to think of you and they're going to pick up the phone.
Yeah. You got it, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Cool, man.
Awesome.
So let's wrap it there. I think that was a lot of information. I'd love to give you the challenge, the Dubb challenge, which is to send a couple of Dubb videos on Gmail, send them on LinkedIn. Automation can happen a little bit later. Automated workflows, that's kind of 301, 401, if you will. Use the Dubb mobile app, create a couple of dynamic multi-clip pieces, and then shoot those out. Make sure you get the Dubb Chrome extension because that's what's going to empower LinkedIn and Gmail and so on and so forth. So I hope that was helpful.
That was very helpful. I appreciate your time. Thanks a lot.
And we look forward to having you be a subscriber, man. So the subscribe, the paid plans have a lot of great features, tons of customization, tons of branding, the ability to upload your colors, your logo, campaign automation, so many features. Love to have you as part of the family.
So what's the biggest for campaign automation? What do you say is like the biggest, like, wow, this is, is there something specific on the automation?
Well, look, I like to scale my time. I like to clone myself. So one of the things that I love is personalization at the same time. So the reason why historically I didn't like campaigning or sending master emails is because they lack the humanization, the personalization. So we've thought of that and we've built a lot of features around that. So what you can do is you can actually put personalization headers directly within the body of the email so that each and every person that receives the email can actually get their name directly on the video. And that's powerful because it comes off as a personalized video, but it's sent at scale. It's sent to 500, 1,000, whatever the number is.
Do you have issues with links not being, getting stuck with deliverability because of like links being, or the video being inside the email?
You know what? There are going to be deliverability issues, especially if you're using Amazon, a MailChimp, a SendGrid. Now, here's how we work around that. What we recommend is integrate Gmail. We have a native integration with Gmail approved by Google. We're proud to be a Google partner. And you can send videos directly through your Gmail. Now, the only caveat here is that there's a cap of 500 to 1,000 per day. So Gmail will not allow you to send more than that number per day. So what we recommend is make sure that they're all opt-in, make sure that they're contacts, that they're okay getting an email from you, and then just put a cap, which you can do on Dubb through tags, put a cap at 500 per day.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's going to do it. But the real value of Dubb, you are going to see it instantly, is when you send that Gmail and you send the LinkedIn and you have your branding, you have your calls to action, you have your calendar. That's gonna be money in the bank. It's gonna be your ROI. Recommend that you do that as soon as possible, and we're here to support.
Yeah, man, that's I'm about to get into it now. So, as far as like customizing the landing page, is it pretty drag and build, or is it for you need a developer?
Oh, it's super easy. You're gonna love it. Yeah, get into it.
Okay,
If you have questions, hit us up. You can customize colors and branding and all sorts of great stuff. It's very easy to use.
awesome, cool. Yeah, I'm about to dig in, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah, take care.